Hey guys, B-Weg here, and this is my first hardcore games commentary. The kit I'm using in this gameplay is Thor. In this gameplay I will be teamed with my in-real-life friend, Big Geen Tractor. Now let's get started. My teammate found a fortress before the game started, so I'm on my way to it right now. And I just skipped forward, because you guys don't want to see all the running to it. And I'm a lot closer to it right now, and I see a random well. I don't know if that's part of the fortress or not, but I am not sure, so I think that I was getting closer at that time, and then I eventually found it, and I got some wood at the beginning of the game, as you saw, because this is in a desert, and he's already towered up, and he's already got the goodies from the chest down below, and I just craft a crafting bench and sticks for him because he did not. He just ran instantly to it because we didn't know if anybody else was gonna go to the fortress. So just to make sure, he just ran to it instantly. Plus I am the Thor kit, so I could run and get wood faster and quicker. With that being said, he found a few diamonds. I think it was just 2 diamonds, and then he also had quite a few iron to make some armor for him. And then he got some gold for me, so since I had the stronger sword, he would have the stronger armor. I don't know, that's just a way for me and him to split it equally. And then and then I just pick up the chest plate, and he puts on the Gucci stuff, armor. And I just pick up a piece of TNT because you never know when you're gonna need it later. You know, just for safety reasons. And we are about to get started with the actual gameplay of killing some people. Who doesn't like that? And I'm sorry for the full screen. It's not completely wide enough. I did this while I was still trying to set up my recording software, so I didn't get the full screen. I didn't have the settings currently at that time, but now I do, so my future videos will have the perfect screen. And I just skip forward pretty soon, and I will have more cactus and food and soup for that reason. I get some wood for some more bowls because I don't think he has enough bowls, and together as a team we don't have enough bowls, so that's just an issue. So I found some trees and might as well take that time and get it while my partner was tracking the other guy, Ghost Ball. And I see my partner behind me. He snuck up. And I skip forward here pretty soon just to kill some pigs, because you don't want to see that. That's not cool, killing pigs. Even though it is a kill, you know, it could be effective to be... I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Yeah. I eat some of that food because it's better duration instead of soup. It lasts longer. Just like in real life, meat lasts longer than mushroom stew. That's pretty realistic, I guess. And I do see someone on the compass, and my partner did get a kill just then. He was ahead of me, and he is Poseidon in this game. And I am Thor, just to remind you. I do see him, and at that time I did forget that I had diamond sword and gold chest plate at that time. So I was a little hesitant, and his partner is an ender mage, and he just ender maged him up. And I don't know if there's a third person up there at that time, so I'm still shifting. And I'm just waiting for them, trying to bait them in to come down at me. And then pretty soon I'll realize that I'm Thor. Because at that time I didn't think I was Thor. Silly me. And I do see another person while I'm waiting for them, for the people in that huge tower to come down. So I try to Thor them. And actually the people in the huge tower were helping to my advantage because they were snowballing him off. But he wasn't a stomper, so he didn't get like the half damage as if a stomper would. And my partner does come in, and I clear out my inventory, and now it's time to Thor the people in the tower. I do know that there's 3 in there now. I do see all 3 of them. And I just Thor, try and get into the right zone, and I do get one right here. Nope, not good enough. While this is going on my Thor session, my partner, Big Game Tractor, is towering up trying to throw snowballs at them. And I'm still trying, I finally get the right spot. The cultivator, if you look on the chat, he did fall off. The stomper just fell off. And I finished the stomper off. And then there's one last person, and he did get charred to a crisp. It did say that in the chat. The Ender Mage. That was the Ender Mage for the team. So there was a cultivator, a stomper, and an Ender Mage, and I just cleared them all out. And I'm still just firing away. Oh, and there was a 4th one. There was another cultivator. Anyways, 4 kills, that's not bad. And I do see another tower as I clear out my inventory after killing those last people. I do tower them, Thor them. Not to death though, not to death. But I'm still trying. At this point I didn't know if they had a Thor defense or not. But if any second now, you'll see that they try this technique. And it doesn't work, because I have a diamond sword. They undermage me up. I have the 5 seconds of invincibility, and they were a team for sure. They had matching skins, just different color. And I get the 2 kills, Stomper and an Endermage. So that's 6 kills at this point. And my partner is down below trying to break ice for me. And then some whammer guy, he tries asking for team because I got quite a few kills within a minute or 2. And I do say I'm recording because I am teamed already. 3 people as a team. That wouldn't be fair. You know, already 2 people isn't fair. And I didn't want to take... Oh, and he dies. The person that was just asking about teaming with me, he dies by a monster. Oh well, I'm sorry I didn't get to you soon enough. But I did not use my partner's hole that he wanted me to jump into. I didn't know if the ice would have frozen while I'm trying to jump down. That could have been bad. I do Thor this guy. I get him and his armor. And they do have a furnace up there, and eventually my partner does go up there to try and get his armor. And he did. They were cooking some iron. And we do clear out our inventory within that skip right there. We get some cooked food, steak, and then we trade armor since I have almost all leather. That's not fair that he had all the iron and I just had the iron chest plate with the rest leather. So we traded gold boots, no big deal. And we are on our way to track the next person. Oh, the next person's Big Game Tractor. Looks like I have to take him out. Just kidding. But I do track him. I do catch up with Big Game Tractor. And they do seem to be a team. Angry Birds and Fruit Pops, I believe his name was. So I'm trying to find a hole, their hole, for if they were mining or not. I'm not sure what their kit was at this point. And I do know the kit, Trapper, Stomper, Turtle, I forget the last one right now, but Trapper is the big hesitant for me right here. So I am thinking they are the kit trap, and they are, and they use the cobweb technique, and they kind of just bury out. Me and my partner, Big Geen Tractor, we take turns going in. We don't want to die. That'd be kind of embarrassing for this game clip, since I have quite a few kills as of right now. And he gets one of them, and he gets both of them. And they are both trapper, like I said. I just take some cobweb, and I eventually make a bow. I go through their stuff, their armor, rebuild mine if I have the chance, and I cook some food up. And while I'm doing this, my partner is behind me in the gravel. The two trappers had a chest hidden in there, and they had all of their stuff stored. They didn't have much good stuff, but they did have some things stored. And I rebuild my leather cap right there. And I get some cooked food, even though I already had some cooked steak. Not enough food. That's not like, it's not a really bad thing, having too much. And right here I am crafting my bow. And I always fail at crafting it. I think it's the other way around from the actual way. But I don't know. That's just how, if I were Mojang, that's how I would picture crafting it. I didn't think you pulled back the stick of the bow. I always thought you pulled back the string of it. But I do go through it, and I do pick up a snowball, and I do end up with 12 snowballs that could be used in the future if there is a tower, since I do have 12 of them. But I also have a bow with no arrows. So, I mean, if I do get arrows at a feast pretty soon, then that might be good for the bow. But if I don't have any arrows at that time, then I'll just use the snowballs. And we are planning to track the next guy. And here we go. We are tracking. We are running through the snow like snowmen in Alaska, if that makes sense. But we are doing it, and we're doing it crazily, if that even makes sense too. But we're doing it. And there's my Thor power with the nether on some of those towers. And the feast was announced. I didn't even notice that, but it's announced at 1 minute, and we start heading towards that. And that's when we plan to see the other people, since we weren't that far away, and there were quite a few people left at this time. Actually, no, this was the last guy to the right. I don't know if you could see it, but the chunk didn't load, and you do see grass, dirt block, chunks, particles spraying all over the place. I mean, it's not a good thing that they're spraying all over, and then the chunk wasn't loading, so my partner didn't see it, but my partner does come eventually, and we didn't know what kit this guy was, so we just take our chances at the feast, and we'll just see what happens. 10 seconds at the feast. And our enemy, the last guy, the final third player, he is starting to tower. And my partner, is playing on tiny render distance, since his computer isn't the greatest, but he did just order an Alienware, so he will be doing some better things. And since he does have tiny render distance, he can't like secure us to see if he is a stomper and if he's gonna tower. I stupidly look to see above us, and as I look up, my partner, he tells me to look since he can't see it, and that's how we end it. So if you guys liked that video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.